Hey Fruit Faces, it's Claryberry. I want to show you guys what I got today from the store. I rode my bike, second time I've been on the bike pretty much all year. Well, not pretty much, literally all year. I meant to get out earlier, but it just didn't happen. I've been pretty busy lately with baseball and all that. Now that is starting to have wind down this week, and plus the weather, it's been really rainy lately, so all factors combined, this is the week I started running and getting out on the bike. So thankfully I have a great trail and a great little health food store that I'm able to go to. Thankfully, they actually have a lot of raw stuff. This is like serendipity that this is the only place in town I think that has this many raw things. So mainly raw haul. Everything for me is going to be pretty much raw. I did get a couple things for the boys that I'll show you guys at the end that are not raw. And I'm not sure about these. I'm not 100% raw yet, or don't even know if I will ever be, but I think that a good broth or like a soup, they're vegan, they're like fat-free, right up my alley, of course. It's got nothing but good stuff. It's 100% organic. These are not plastic. These are like some kind of paper. So again, I could probably very easily make some of this myself, but it does have sweet potatoes, beets, carrots, garlic, spinach. You just pour it in and put some water in the mug. Fully Raw Christina does tea, so I don't think that beverages fully need to be raw. So I'm counting this as a beverage, and I think this is just a great way in the evenings, whenever you get the munchies, sometimes you just want something to do. And I think sipping on a nice warm broth is a good way to this is good for your gut. It's going to help you, even sometimes we're hungry even after we have a meal. You can even add other stuff to this. I just think it's a really good way to kind of get the hydration that you might need. Sometimes we think we're hungry when we're really thirsty. You can still have that savory, good taste. I was really excited about those. At first I thought they were, because it says Beyond Broth, and so I was like, oh my gosh, there's probably going to be animal products in this, but to my pleasant surprise, there's not. They had another flavor which was immune. I think for my digestion and detox all combined, I think that's probably the one that I'll use, but we'll see which one I like to taste. So another thing that I found that I'm pretty much already obsessed with, even though I haven't tasted it, is these great raw chocolates. I was wondering if they had raw chocolate. I stood there on the certain section for like a minute or two or three, and I was about to ask somebody if they had raw chocolate, and I was like, they probably don't. I literally had pulled my backpack off, got my phone out, and was about ready to look it up when I turned the corner and saw this whole section where they do have raw chocolate. And I feel like this is also some kind of paper too, and not plastic, and I wouldn't be surprised because this company is great. When they have all of those little symbols, usually those are a good sign. This is righteously raw, the way chocolate ought to be. Dark chocolate, all of it's vegan. They have some awesome freaking flavors. I only brought $60 in cash to the store with me, so I didn't want to bring my wallet. And I thought that, I didn't even need a lot of things, right? Classic mistake. So I had a heavy ass backpack on the way home. I went over, I had about 6 avocados. It was like $8. And so she rang those up, and I was like, oh, no, because I told her 60. And I took the chocolates out. They're 5 something a piece. So I knew that was a good 20 something bucks in itself. I put those at the very end. So I left out the extra bigger packages of these chocolates. But one of them was like a rose flavor. They have maca. There was some other kind of adaptogen / superfood. And then I forget what the other flavor was, but I had all those, and I'm going to go back for them because this shit is calling my name. At this point, I don't drink any coffee. I haven't had coffee for months. I'm loving it. I do continue to drink green powder juice that has green tea in it, but I'm running out of the kinds that has tea in it, so I'm not addicted to it. I'm not reliant on it. I don't feel like. Some days, maybe here and there, I'm like, ooh, I really need my green tea today. And it kind of is, as I'm giving up the coffee, I think it's good to have the caffeine in the green tea juice powder in order to kind of make myself feel like I'm doing something a little bad in the morning, or, you know, just get that extra kick that I might need in the morning instead of relying on coffee if I am tired. But as I'm not needing that, and I think the more raw I get, the less I'm going to need any kind of stimulants. This, I think, less than a stimulant thing, this can be my vice, you know, like my little naughty treat. These are about 5 grams of fat for each, but I'm not worried about that because, again, the only other fats that I'm really getting on a regular basis would be avocados, and I haven't even started having those like every single day either. So anyway, I got just a couple of these are just dark, and these are about 79 cents. So, and then we got one with like cayenne, spicy cacao, and synergy spice. So different interesting things. Panca powder, lucuma, that was the other thing. No refined sugars. Got a mint flavor, and I am just so excited. It's gonna be good for portability. I really feel like this is a huge treat. Being raw is so easy now because they've got treats here, treats there. You can get raw kale chips that taste like junk food. You can get raw crackers, types of things. So I'm trying not to get too much of this plastic, but I wanted to get a little bit of lettuce, and I didn't bring my little baggie. So I went ahead and made an exception. Okay, a couple of really interesting. I love this brand. I was looking at some of these types of things right when you walk in, and I didn't want to get them because they're plastic. This is glass, and I like that. But I've been wanting to get maybe a little bit of a probiotic. Can't hurt to have some natural probiotics. And this is, of course, raw and vegan. This is just live shots and Thai lemongrass kimchi. Oh my goodness. I got this, which this is plastic, but I made an exception because I have to try it. BPA free, says raw right at the top. Again, I was really hoping for kimchi, but my body seems to be wanting some fermented stuff. So I'm listening to it, and you know, you got to try it. I think it'll be great on some Ezekiel bread as I'm transitioning. I've got, I'll show you at the end of this video. I've got some different grains that I'm going to start making my own Essene bread. I got my dehydrator, so I'm all ready to go. I'm really going to be saving a lot of money, I think, too, on eating this way. But anyway, this is red beet and cabbage raw fermented sauerkraut. This would be great for like a barbecue or something. Great to eat again with some Essene bread or Ezekiel bread, and just like pretend like you're having a hot dog, and who needs the hot dog part of it. Okay, so one of the only things that I really went for, but I had lemons on my list, so I got a few of these. I actually, for the first day the other day, I actually juiced up some lemons by hand, and then not the first time that I've ever done that, but I just drank them straight. I drank 2 lemons straight. This was something that Dan the Man, Life Regenerator guy, has promoted as something that's good to do. So I tried it, and it was really interesting because it was actually sweeter. It was sour, of course, but a little bit sweeter than I thought. So, you know, interesting. We'll see. And then I don't know. Again, like I said, the probiotics were calling my name, and it's also a raw splurge. So, and like I said, I think that the probiotics and everything in here are going to be totally worth it. And it's come down a little bit in price, which is great. $3.19 now instead of used to be like $3.67 or something. So I got turmeric. Been wanting to get some turmeric in my body. I haven't been having a lot of turmeric lately. And then lavender. Also, I bought some loose just lavender leaves for various things. And I'm excited to get some more flowers into my system. It's just something that's been calling my name. I think, you know, these lighter foods that are really dense in nutrients and high vibration foods, again, they're just like all you would have. So, and this is something that I didn't really know existed. It does say that kelp blend is sustainably harvested in the nutrient-dense Gulf of Maine using organic standards for wild sea vegetables. They're then dried and milled, nothing added or removed. So that makes me think that they are just raw and dried. And this is great because when you're not having, you know, bleached, whatever, iodized sea salt or just salt, then you might need some iodine. And I find that, you know, I have some different seaweeds and stuff, and I find that when I put them in, it's sometimes too bulky or too much, and I think just a little bit of this is going to be good. So I'll let you guys know, you know, what I think. Oh, one more lemon. Oh man, I thought this was a spray hand sanitizer. I'm such a dork. This is my favorite hand sanitizer, but I do like the spray better because it's thinner, and this tends to get a little sticky. like all the benefits of Health Aid Kombucha weren't enough, we've added superfoods, wheatgrass, spirulina, and Kimu Kimu for the win. So this is real food, handcrafted, all glass, not plastic, small batch kombucha, exotic and rare superfood, of course vegan and certified raw. So kind of excited about this as well. And oh, one more lemon for the boys. Just because, you know, it's Friday and I hate that it's so plasticky. It's for the kids for the weekend. It's going to get a game tomorrow. I'm going to be carved up, yada, yada, yada. And then I got him some chicken, and I will not be eating either of these things. This type of stuff, I used to almost not be able to turn those down. And now I realize you just stay carved up. You just eat your other food, and you won't, don't get near it. Don't sit there and have it in your face and whatnot. And it's kind of going to be the same with these. You know, I don't crave them as much as I used to if I'm seeing them. I mean, I won't cook these for the boys. I'm going to make them cook them. Like, they're not hard to cook, but they can cook them themselves. And that way, you know, I just won't be tempted. But I'm not as tempted. I don't know if it's mental or physiological or both. It is what it is. This is my raw haul today, my bike haul. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me for a little bit. Take care. Don't forget to eat your fruit, and I'll see you around. You can catch me on all over social media. Same name, claryberry.com. If you haven't, stay subscribed. Thumbs up, thumbs down. And again, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Pinterest. And also, I have lots of studies posted at claryberry.com in case you need some vegan propaganda or ammo, some vegan ammo. Yeah, so happy weekend, happy day, happy night, happy life. Don't forget to be thankful. And yeah, I'll talk to you later.